everybody, and today is October 2nd, it's 12:30, a little bit past midnight. Welcome to Enjoy the Movies, where I now put up my 2 cents about movies. Now, I've been slacking on the movie front, because there's been so many social things to do, and parties, and dance club, and, well, anyway. Needless to say, haven't been watching that many movies. The 3 I want to talk about, 2 of them are older, and 1 of them actually just came out to theater, I think, the last couple of weeks. The 2 older ones I want to talk about, first one being BeingJohnMalkovich, and the other one being Casshern, and the last one is called EagleEye. Alright, so let's just get right to talking. And BeingJohnMalkovich. Now this movie I think came out the end of the 90s. Let me just double check. It is, yeah, it came out in 99. And it stars John Cusack. I actually had no idea it starred John Cusack. I actually didn't even know what the premise of the movie was, except that somebody was going to become, or be, John Malkovich. So, anyway, big thing about this movie, upon watching it that you notice, there's this floor that occurs in this, like, office building that is about half the size of a typical floor. And they have this explanation for it later in the movie, so that was rather clever. Pretty much the setup of this movie reminded me of Big Fish. Like there's this quirkiness that makes it kind of odd, yet makes you want to compellingly continue watching it. I'm not even sure if that sentence came out right, but that's okay. So yeah, John Cusack's the main star. He plays this guy named Craig Schwartz, and nobody can pronounce his last name. I don't know why, it's not even that hard, but maybe they were trying to do this. Anyway, there are a lot of little quirks in this movie too. So, he plays this guy looking for a job. He ends up getting this job in an office, and at some point earlier in the movie, he finds out that the back of his office has this little closet door behind a file cabinet. So, you know, you're probably thinking, oh man, what's behind this door? Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm going to tell you where this door leads. And it's pretty much this door that leads into John Malkovich's body. So pretty much anybody who enters can be John Malkovich for like 15 or 20 minutes. But they can't like control him, they just experience life through him. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, the situation only gets more awkward when you know, that character's wife basically starts becoming John Malkovich more often, played by Cameron Diaz. And, yeah, the other main character is played by somebody I don't really know, but she was rather attractive, Catherine Keener. So, anyway, first of all, I definitely want to say this movie is definitely very creative. I felt like it was fairly original, very different. It's definitely a comedy. It's very witty, I want to say. Definitely doesn't quite fit under your usual, you know, stupid, silly comedy. It definitely has some substance to it. But I want to say it's definitely worth a watch. Probably a must-watch. I would say I would actually go up there and say you have to watch this movie. It is crazy enough that you have to watch it. If you have watched Big Fish, though, and you didn't like it, you might not want to watch this, but other than that, it's definitely worth a watch. So, although it's kind of weird, so maybe not for everybody. If you pretty much just like your stereotypical movies, don't bother watching it. So yeah, that's being John Malkovich. Alright, next movie is called Casshern. It's spelled C-A-S-S-H-E-R-N. Now, this is, I believe, a Japanese movie. It's a Japanese sci-fi action drama adventure movie, and pretty much I want to say it's a live action anime, but I'll fit into the length of a movie. And it starts out with this, you know, kind of futuristic world. It's not too far in the future, but just a little bit, so that, you know, genetic engineering technology has become just so good that they can use, I guess, stem cell technology to clone full functional body parts and other weird things in that. I mean, that's pretty much the setup. One of the amazing things about this movie, and actually the huge reason why I enjoyed watching it, are the action sequences and the special effects. The special effects are definitely just breathtakingly amazing. Some of the scenes, they just put you in such a you know, a mood, or a, you know, they just provide this kind of ambiance in the movie, and I feel like most of the scenes where you just see like background is very well done. It's very excellent, and for the first half of the movie, everything is in like vibrant colors, and it definitely stands out, and you can pick parts and pieces here and there. Now, stylistically, there's a part in the movie that actually becomes black and white, and I almost thought that my TV was, you know, broken, or it's not really my TV, it's actually his TV, but anyway, then the movie picks up again in color, and that's how I knew it wasn't broken. But needless to say, Casshern, it's very good, definitely recommend it if you like action sci-fi movies. Thing is, obviously it is in Japanese, so you will get subtitles. I know that might make some difference for some of you guys, but I personally feel that if it's a good movie, you should be able to watch it and still enjoy it, no matter what language it's in, so long as there's something you can understand it. So, you know, obviously there's subtitles. I mean, it's not going to be here in the States usually unless there are subtitles or some sort of way that you can understand. Now, let's see. So, Casshern, basic plot, won't tell you how, but basically there ends up becoming this small group of superhumans. They call them Neo-Sapiens, and there's like, I think, 4 of them, and via, you know, reasons through the plot, I won't tell you quite what, but they end up wanting to destroy humankind. And there's this one super guy who is human and somehow got these Neo-Sapien powers, also won't tell you why, but and he ends up having to try and defend the world. And it's not as cheesy as you think it's gonna be, and the ending is definitely kind of like a mixed bag of emotions, but I want to say that I like this movie a lot. I thought it was pretty good. I actually went in not expecting that much because I had heard bad things about it, but it's pretty good if you like sci-fi action, and it's pretty. The one thing that I do have issues about this movie with are there's certain long sequences which I feel could have been cut down quite a bit and totally weren't necessary. But other than that, that's, you know, and it wasn't even that long a movie. I think it was like an hour and a half maybe. Let me just double check. Nope, I lied. It's it's over 2 hours. Ha ha ha. It went by really fast. So anyway, there's my comment about the pacing. So they could have chopped a little bit out, and that would have been fine. Alright, so that's Casshern. So definitely recommend, thumbs up, definitely worth a watch if you like this sort of thing. If you know you're not going to like it, then don't worry about it. Or if you don't care, don't worry about it either. Alright, now last movie I want to talk about is EagleEye. I think this movie came out about 2 weeks ago. Maybe even this weekend, I wasn't even sure. But if you ever saw the trailer, it was that movie starring Shia LaBeouf. And he was this kid who got a phone call from this woman, and she started telling him what to do at the exact moment he had to do it to survive. So you're probably wondering, oh man, what the hell's going on here? But let's see. So this is a thriller suspense, which basically has some overtones of, you know, government conspiracy and things like that, but you don't exactly know what's going on up until the end. And let's see, character development is done very well. I feel that was pretty solid. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. All the action sequences were pretty good, and it's actually fairly entertaining, so I'd probably say I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty good. The one thing about it is it's fairly predictable. I mean, after a certain point, there's no turning back. If you can easily pick up things from movies, you're definitely going to be able to get how this ends. And not to give out any hints or anything, but if you've ever seen AI, starring Will Smith, there's definitely you can almost see some sort of relationships, parallels in between the two movies. So, but Shia LaBeouf does a great job. He's, you know, typecasted into his role that is very similar to his role in Transformers. But you know, I don't think it was utterly terrible. I thought it was definitely interesting. Another Rosario Dawson. She plays a role as well. She plays one of the government people in this movie, and she does a great job as well. So, but needless to say, I want to say that overall this movie is probably just mediocre. I enjoyed it though. I liked it a lot, but I don't think it's superbly great a movie. I'd probably say it's good, and it's probably worth a watch, probably once, maybe not more than that. Yeah, so. Alright, well, anyway, I think I've been talking for way too long now, so, you guys enjoy the movies and have a good night.